tide.
We are going to Alaska this summer for the very first time. We're gonna go on a cruise on board the Quantum of the Seas out of Seattle for 7 nights, and we will be stopping at 4 ports. In today's video, I am sharing all of the short excursions that I already booked for Ketchikan, Sitka, Juneau, and Victoria. Before I get started, if you somehow stumble upon this video and upon the channel, make sure to subscribe before you leave. And if you want to be the first one to know more about our travel plans, make sure to follow us on Instagram. Everything is going to be linked down in the description box below, so go ahead and check it out. Going to Alaska on a cruise has been on my bucket list for a while, and I cannot believe that we are going very, very soon. I paid off the balance of the cruise, booked all of the excursions, booked all of the flights, and all I have left to do is really research what I need to pack. If you've been to Alaska before, please let me know what I should pack in the comments below. It would be very much appreciated. Our first stop is going to be Ketchikan, and I decided to book an excursion offered by Royal Caribbean because it includes lunch. You will notice that sometimes I would book an excursions that come with a snack or a lunch because some of these excursions can get pretty strenuous and breakfast is just not enough. Our excursion in Ketchikan is called Rainforest Canoe and Nature Trail. You can actually find it in your cruise planner if you're booked on a Royal Caribbean cruise to Alaska. And I'm just gonna share with you some of the highlights of the excursion that is listed in the cruise planner. First, we're going to be taking a short trek through the dense forest, past plants blooming among the nation's largest national forests. This is going to be in the Tongass National Forest. And we're also going to be enjoying a thrilling paddling adventure in a 37-foot First Nations canoe in Harriet Hunt Lake. I am excited about that. And last but not least, this is the lunch or the snack that I was talking about. We're gonna be snacking on smoked salmon, clam chowder, and hot chocolate by the shore after our excursion. So this particular excursion, like I said before, was booked through Royal Caribbean. The check-in call, I guess, is gonna be at 8:30 in the morning, and the whole tour is gonna last for about 3.5 hours. And the total for 2 adults is $278. And honestly, with a lunch excursion, $278 for both is not too bad in my opinion. I heard Alaska excursions could be expensive, and I'm trying to stay on the lower side of the budget. If you're new here, hi and welcome. My name is Sarah, and I'm here to inspire you to carve out some time and money now to travel to places you've never been before. Our next stop is going to be Sitka, and let me ask you this: did anyone else learn of Sitka from the movie The Proposal? Because same. For Sitka, we actually booked an outside tour because the ones that were offered by Royal Caribbean sound kind of, well, boring to me. So I went to TripAdvisor to look for things to do in Sitka, and I came across Captain Gary's Sitka Adventures. His company offers kind of like a combination tour of land and marine tours, and it's actually a family affair. His wife is the one who would lead the land tour, and then he would be the one who would lead the marine tour. The combination tour will actually start with the land tour at 9:30 in the morning, and it's gonna run until about 12 p.m. And then I'm hoping that we can get a little bit of a downtime before we continue with the sea tour, because I want to grab maybe lunch or some snack or something like that. But the marine tour, it's gonna start at 12:30 and it's gonna run to about 3 p.m. The total for 2 adults were $583. If you are going to Sitka and you want to book the same tour, I will link their website in the description box below so you can check out their website and their reviews. I think it's gonna be an amazing tour. I'm super excited about it. And when we are back from our Alaska cruise, I will definitely do another video about the tour and the reviews and everything. So if you don't want to miss that video, make sure you subscribe to the channel before you leave. Alright, so our next stop is gonna be Juneau. According to like my little quick research, the main attraction in Juneau, I think other than the Mount Roberts Tramway, is the Mendenhall Glacier. And well, I guess the salmon bake and the gold panning are popular attraction as well, but I'm not super interested in that. I want to definitely go on a glacier tour, but I think the ones offered on Royal Caribbean are kind of expensive. There are kind of like two different glacier tour, I guess, that were offered by Royal Caribbean. One of them kind of include a helicopter ride, and you can actually track on the ice. I think if the ice actually is forming, those are the ones that are super expensive. I think the cheapest one I've seen was about $600 a person, and I don't know if I'm ready to spend that much. Maybe on our next Alaska cruise we might. And the other type of tour that includes some type of glacier is the one where you would canoe or kayak cross the lake to the glacier. And I think the ones on Royal Caribbean's cruise planner, you can't really get off and explore. So I went to TripAdvisor to see what they have in store, and I actually found this Mendenhall Glacier Ice Adventure by Liquid Alaska Tours, and I decided to book the tour before it sells out. From the reviews and the pictures, they all look amazing. It is something that I actually wanted to do. We might be able to go inside the ice cave if the ice forms, and of course if it's safe to do so, but I think they had a little kind of note saying that I think the ice melted a few months ago or maybe last year. I don't remember exactly like the note is all about, but basically they can't really promise us being able to go inside the ice cave because they're not even sure if it's gonna form by the time we are there. Anyways, for this tour, it's gonna leave at 1:30 p.m. and it will last for about 5.5 hours. The total for two adults is $619.50. I know it's still pretty up there, but it's still pretty affordable compared to the other tours that includes, you know, ice trekking and glacier viewing that Royal Caribbean offer. Anyways, if you want to book the same tour, if you're looking for something to do in Juneau, I will leave the link in the description box below. I will definitely again do an update video on all of these tours once we're back from Alaska, so make sure you subscribe to the channel to get notified when those videos are up. Our last stop is gonna be Victoria, BC, and let's be honest, as of filming this video, I'm not sure if we're going to stop here because the cruise companies are still kind of negotiating with the Canadian government for this upcoming Alaska cruise season. I think Princess Cruises was able to get approval to stop in Canada, but I'm not sure if Royal Caribbean got the same approval or if the approval is for all cruise lines. I am not sure, so I have to check the news before we leave. So I decided to book an excursion to Royal Caribbean, and we're actually going to be visiting a castle and a beautiful garden. We're going to the Craig Darrow Castle. I'm hoping that I'm not butchering that name, and we're actually going to be going to the Butchart Garden. I'm a sucker for castles, honestly, and that's the main reason why I chose this excursion. And I'm just gonna read off some of the highlights that I grabbed from the cruise planner website for this specific tour. So we're gonna be strolling through the inspired beauty of Butchart Gardens, created by a family dream more than a century ago. And we're gonna be visiting the Sunken Garden, Rose Garden, Japanese Garden, Mediterranean Garden, and many others. And then we're gonna walk uphill to reach the Craig Darrow Castle, a 19th century building from the wealth of the industrial age. This tour is gonna leave at 5 p.m. and it will last about 4 hours-ish. And the total for two adults is $191.98. So the total for all of the excursions we booked for two adults came up to $1,672.48. I've heard that Alaska tours could be expensive, and I've tried to research something that is kind of like on a budget-friendly side, because even though we do budget for these cruises, we are not like that wealthy. I feel like in our next Alaska cruise, maybe we'll splurge more on the helicopter ride and all of that in Juneau. We'll see. So I think $1,600 for 2 adults for 4 ports are not too bad. And again, this is our first time in Alaska, so I'm not sure if that's even a lot of money, but I think according to like our budget and our pocket, it's not too bad. If you have been to Alaska, or if you're planning your own Alaska cruise right now, how much are you planning to spend on the shore excursions? Is it more than $600? Let me know in the comments. Anyways, that concludes today's video on our Alaska 2022 plans. I seriously cannot believe we're going to Alaska already. This cruise was one of the ones we booked in the past but got canceled, and I'm really hoping that this time around we get to go to Alaska and not have to postpone our trip again. Let me know in the comments below if you have put Alaska in your own bucket list, and what else do you have in your list? Anyways, if you somehow stumble upon this video and upon our channel, make sure to subscribe before you leave. Thank you so much for watching, and if you get some type of value or brand new information, make sure to give this video a like to let me know, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!